I guess this can be of some value to anyone, right? Uh, when I started cold calling, as DMs was easier, right? Having conversations on DMs was easier. When I started DMs, uh, DMing local people was easier than DMing someone in the US and pitching a meeting on the DMs. The anxiety was there. When I say easier, it means like the anxiety level that you experience when you do something new, right? And then when I started to reach out to people and have Zoom calls and have the communities that I've built with other SMMA owners, other SMMA guys like myself last year. Then DMing them was much easier. The DMs became easier, right? Because I stepped up my game and I was trying to accomplish something else. Like I was overcoming a new fear, a new anxiety, and I was breaking a new limitation. So the previous limitation, even if that's not entirely broken, it feels much easier and simpler. The anxiety level is lesser. I just realized this right now that when I stepped into the sales side, the sales was the biggest anxiety, giving the most amount of anxiety, and the cold calling became even much more easier. Of course, I conquered the cold calling first, built a team, and then I went into training the team, which was again filled with anxiety because you were doing something new and you don't know what exactly expectations are there, and you don't know that if it's gonna work or not. So that's a new thing as well. So training is itself is like a new challenge. So when I went into training, the cold calling became like so easy. Like now, if I start cold calling, it's like, okay, what exactly can they say? I have faced much more anxiety than cold calls. When I stepped into the sales course, the training becomes easier because now I'm taking much more higher levels of anxiety. I'm dealing with that on a daily basis. And now when I have to deal with the leads of the clients that's coming in, that's even more anxiety because I have to make something out of it, right? I cannot call, if I lose a lead because of me, now it'll be like, I cannot redeem it back as much as I can redeem a B2B cold call back 6 months later. I don't have that much time. So with the limited resources that I have to build something up. So now the sales calls have become less complicated. Now, if someone just comes right now, I will not even think about the anxiety. I will like, okay, let's get done with this, right? Because I have something more that is higher in terms of anxiety levels to conquer. So it's like, if you get a cut in top of the finger, right? It's like it starts to pain or something. Then what I used to do is like, I used to squeeze this part so that there is more pain, like physical pain, a pressure inserted here, so that my mind cannot focus on this pain, and instead it focuses on the new added pain, which is much more than this, which is temporary, but still it's manually by me. So I am okay with, I'm prepared for this pain, but I'm not prepared for this, right? So this was a surprise and this is manual. So if I focus on the manual pain that is higher in intensity than the one that I was experiencing, what happens is the one that I was experiencing becomes less. That's what I used to do, right? Now I realize this just now, that now since I'm working on these leads, the sales call anxiety has gone. So I think if you really need to level up, you need to get into the next level, which is the bigger challenge. If you're facing the challenge to cold call, then I think that what you should do is, focus on preparing the sales calls. Somehow get into sales calls, as in like, work for someone else, or work with someone in the sales side, or maybe just take local sales calls, right? uh, just for fun, like, say anything. I think you should just offer anything and everything and say that it's for free for the first 3 months, for the first entire year, whatever you have to say, just so that you can build that anxiety. Yes, you will not be making money. You don't have to sell to them. You need to overcome the anxiety first, so that the cold calling becomes easier for you, and then you can actually start while you get like 4 or 5 sales calls, which has like an offer that you don't want to give. And anyways, anyone, when they say yes, yes, I'm okay with this, then you're like, okay, cool, let me just have a conversation with my team. I think this can also be a really good sales cycle, just now came to my mind. Now let me just have a conversation with my team, and I will see, we will have his next call to see how we can onboard you. And on the next call you say, hey, for some reason we had like 2 more guys pop on, now I cannot do this for free anymore, so we either have to say goodbye, otherwise we have to rethink the sales cycle. Now it's going to be like $500 to start. And then you I think that is a good process, right? You get 10 people excited for something like this, and then you say, no, it's not going to be free anymore. sorry, then maybe like two of them will pay you. So you can do this on the side, and that'll help you overcome the cold calling. And then on the cold calls, you will be more confident because you don't need it. You'll be detached from the outcome, and then that way you will get more actual sales calls. And now, since you have already conquered sales calls is not going to be a problem. Now take at least two of clients that came from the earlier offer, and then learn the service delivery for free while you are learning and overcoming your own limiting beliefs. I think that is what I should have done. I mean, this is just a realization that came to me right now. If you're just starting out, I think this will be helpful. So maybe like you can look into something like this to always try to do the next toughest thing, so that this one that is tough right now for you is no more a focus in your mind, and you will overcome that automatically. You'll not even realize it.